Hey, everybody. Hello. I would like to welcome you to the first ever Pacific Ballroom Dance Telethon. We are so excited to be with you today, wherever you are, celebrating dance, friendship, and community. When we started this year, most of us hadn't even heard of COVID-19, and none of us were expecting our lives to be derailed by a global pandemic. But slowly, then quickly, the reality of this virus has impacted Pacific Ballroom Dance. It started with our great hand washing initiative, followed by extra travel precautions as we went to nationals, and then, of course, the devastating news that the competition would be canceled only 2 days in. Beyond the disappointment of missed opportunities, our hearts are especially with our PBD families and alumni families who have been directly hit with this illness. There have been some scary days, but I believe that all are now recovering and feeling much better, and for that we are so grateful. When we got home from nationals and followed more and more headlines, it became clear very quickly that the economic impact of this pandemic would be an extinction level event for many nonprofits and dance studios around the world. In fact, I learned just 2 days ago that 4 local dance studios are in the process of closing their doors forever. Over the past 6 weeks, we have been doing everything in our power to save Pacific Ballroom Dance from that fate. We have been applying for every available grant and government aid opportunity and approaching many of our most committed supporters and asking them to give more than ever. We have transitioned our teams and academy classes to an online format, and we are deeply humbled that most of our students have stuck with us and continued to pay tuition. This means so much to us. We completely recognize that formation ballroom dance is not an ideal fit for virtual learning, and we are very honored by your continued participation and patience. Today, we are reaching out to our entire community, our alumni, past supporters, parents, grandparents, friends, and audience members. We set a $30,000 goal for the PBD Relief Fund. This is the most ambitious goal we have ever set for any fundraiser. If we meet this goal, we will be able to make up the financial losses from our missed concert and trivia night fundraiser. If we surpass this goal, and I believe we can, we will be able to build up our Needs Scholarship Fund to help families who have lost income and jobs and can no longer afford to pay for dance. We know that it is times like this that students need their friends and coaches more than ever. We want to be able to provide a way for all dancers to continue to participate during this uncertain time. We have been amazed that the moment we announced our telethon, support started coming in online and in our mailbox. We have already received more than $21,000 in gifts. Thank you so much. To help get us all the way across the finish line, our board has committed to match dollar for dollar any gift that comes in today during our telethon up to $5,000. If you would like to make a gift, simply text PBD Strong to the number 44321 and follow the directions. Again, that's text PBD Strong, one word, to 44321 to make a donation. For more than 25 years, Pacific Ballroom Dance is something that we have come to see as an inevitable part of our lives, maybe even something that we took for granted. But if we want Pacific Ballroom Dance to be here for another 25 years, we need to fight for it right now. Today, we will be welcoming guests from PBD's past, PBD's present, and even PBD's future. Every single one of our guests is passionate about our mission and has a unique story to tell. Our first guest is going to take us all the way back to the very beginning, to where it all started. I am so proud to welcome Pacific Ballroom's founder, Cheri Ponder. Are you there, Cheri?
I'm here, and I'm excited to be here.
Oh, yay, there you are. It is so good to see you.
Oh, Heather, how did we ever come to this? Crazy times.
It is crazy times. But it is so fun to be able to interview you today. So every superhero has a great origin story. Can you tell us PBD's origin story? What got this whole thing started?
Well, I guess it began with me. And just a little bit about me. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I have an unfailing, even to this day, passion for ballroom dance. It's inexplicable. Even my husband he can't deny it, but he can't explain it. And the other thing about me is I believe that we are here to do something. Each of us have a unique job to do. And I think Heavenly Father cares what we do with our time here on earth. So I'm all the time looking to think, what would he have me to do? I was not prepared to hear in a stake youth meeting that I was supposed to organize a youth entire stake, every single ward, 500 kids involved dance festival all by myself. I just I just wondered about that, but the Lord was so merciful. I had a couple of friends from Brigham Young University, the Newquists, and they said, oh, you know who you should ask to help is Paul Hart. And Paul Hart, I guess, was a phenomenon at BYU in his day. So I asked him, and everybody, there's something about ballroom dance. You just, if you love it forever. And when you're called, you just dance. So he made it happen. And after it was over, it took like 6 months. And I promised my husband, just let us get through this dance festival. Everything will be over. And then this young man named Matt Longhurst, who you know very well,
I
he,
do.
he came up to me after the dance festival, which was a huge success, by the way, it's amazing success. We managed to addict like 30 kids to ballroom dance is very addictive. There should be some kind of warning label, but anyway, Matt came up to me and he said, so Cheri, now what? And my husband was like wondering, aren't we done? Surely we're done. We paid the price and now it's like a road show, right? You're supposed to be done. And when he realized all these kids, including our own kids, we had 2 kids in that, were so interested in keeping on. He goes, well, Cheri, you might as well just start a nonprofit. And then Dave Evans, who was an attorney, one of the dads of kids who also loved it, he donated his time, and it took us a few years, but we danced anyway. And he made us all official and legal, but it was a lot of dedicated kids and a lot of dedicated parents, and the Lord wanted Pacific Ballroom Dance to happen.
That's amazing. I think we might have a picture from that first dance festival night. I don't know if you can pull that up for us, Meg. Oh, here it comes.
This is an amazing snapshot of history. So on the far left is, well, the guy in the crazy vest, that's Paul. And that's his girlfriend to his right, he danced with that night. And then Kathy, and there's Matt, who is
my sweetheart right there, much younger.
yeah, he is that adorable boy that he was the real deal. He wanted to dance, it was in him, and he never quit. In fact, I think I was waiting for him to get his dance education, serve his mission, marry the right girl, and come back and save PBD, because by then I was wearing out, and we needed the next iteration to arrive. And then there's me, and there's my wonderful husband, Mark.
Uh, okay. Well, so Cheri, when I think of you, I think of someone who is like a true blue, like ballroom dancer to her core, like somebody that is just like a true dancer. Can you talk to us about what it is that you love about ballroom dance? You mentioned it's very addicting. So what is it that's so addicting about it? What do you love about it?
Oh my gosh, I'm just always in awe that everyone doesn't love ballroom dance. It has everything. It has boys and girls, and it has great, amazing music, and it has athleticism and competition and layers of technique that you can never arrive. You never feel like, oh, I'm bored with that. I've arrived. That never happens. It's filled with this great community of where you don't just dance yourself personally and with your partner, but then there's a whole team of people, and the synergism of that is just beyond telling how fun it is.
Mhm.
I i think it's the answer for a lot of things, but some youth, I mean, I have so many stories of kids over the years, I'm sure you do too, hundreds of kids who honestly, the Lord had them in mind when He allowed Pacific Ballroom Dance to exist, all the things it took, all the many hours, all the sacrifices I made, my family made, all the parents, all the kids. It's because it provides a way to happily get through your youth. And not just happily, but just like so excited. I watched your girls dance last October, and I know they are they are exactly that's they're the picture of that.
They love it. They do. They love it so much. And it's just amazing. I mean, this whole thing has shaped our family because of you, Cheri. I feel like I have I have my family in the way that it is because of what you started here, and so I should stop talking about that, or I'm going to get emotional. You know me.
We
Um,
all will.
so, Cheri, over the past few months, as this pandemic has unfolded, how have you felt as you realize that it is threatening Pacific Ballroom Dance, this organization that you love so much and have worked so hard to create?
So honestly, I believe that the Lord has been in this. This didn't happen because of me. It happened because I was like really, really driven to do it. I really felt the hand of the Lord open my mind to this idea. And then other kids, of course, like Matt and all the other kids who were so excited about it, enjoyed it so much, all the parents who saw how much it blessed their kids and wanted to like sew costumes and drive and do all the crazy things that it took to run PBD before it became the organization it is today. My honest belief is the Lord loves PBD, and I have seen it survive not a pandemic, but just about everything else. We have we have survived because it has so much worth, so much goodness, so much power for good in individual lives and in the lives of the community and in families. I wish I could tell you all the stories of. I mean, I was sitting in church one time, and a dad just tapped me on the shoulder and he said, "What have you done?" And immediately I go, "I don't know what." I mean, it could be anything. But he said, "My son would not go to even attend high school. He was failing."
Wow.
And he said his mom gave him some kind of amazing bribe, hundreds of dollars, if he would just try out PBD. And in the end, just to make the long story short, he took the ACT and scored a 34 out of 36, got
Oh,
into BYU with a scholarship, got a degree, an amazing degree in microbiology. I mean, he is an amazingly smart guy, but he had no motivation. So when I think about saving PBD, it will happen. I have perfect faith about that because
Mm,
I have perfect faith that this is a huge tool in the Lord's hand to bless people, individuals, and families. It'll happen.
mm. Cheri, thank you so, so much for being with us today, for sharing your joy, for sharing your faith. Here's a wonderful picture of the last
It's
time
so fun to be with everyone.
when you visited in October, which was so fun to have you come back and be in our classes and see the kids. And we just, we all appreciate you. I think that this has impacted all of our lives so much, and this was your brainchild.
Well, it's my child. I'm the mother of four and a dance team. But I want to say one more thing before I go.
Absolutely.
And that is, I believe that all of the amazing talent, you, Matt, Brent, Katie, Lynn, I mean, I can't even name all the amazing people and all the talent and service and sacrifice that everyone who was drawn to PBD generously gave. It has been saved a million times by the right people at the right time, feeling the same prompting I had. This is something I should do. And I'm just super grateful. I couldn't be more grateful. And I'm so glad that you are at the helm right now because it is a crazy time. And you're the woman for this moment. So thank you for that.
You're very kind. This, as you said, this thing is in the hands of a lot of amazing people, and I completely agree with you. We are going to weather this storm and come out even stronger than ever. So
Absolutely. No doubt.
thank you, Cheri,
With that, I
and
love you, Heather.
bye. I love you too. And I am going to transition to Miss Anne Eugenio, who's going to give us some updates. All right, thanks, you guys.